The most evil villain of the deep sea, Dirty Bubble, has been arrested after 2 months in prison. He's now been cleaned up to keep him out of trouble. The warden found him a job. She followed the address on the note, all the way to the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs never turns anyone away, so he gave him a job washing dishes. Bubble was very reluctant. Under Mr. Krabs' stern gaze, Bubble had no choice but to give in. When he saw the mountain of plates piled up behind him, he was completely overwhelmed. Especially when he saw grease dripping down, he immediately ducked out of the way because he was afraid that if he got grease on himself, he'd turn bad again. Just then, a burger-shaped figure walked past him. Sure enough, this creature wrapped in a burger was none other than SpongeBob, the underwater chef. Seeing this, Bubble immediately greeted his colleague. To avoid being discriminated against, he didn't reveal his true identity to SpongeBob. When it was time to start work, the two returned to their respective stations. He tentatively wiped a plate, seeing that he was still clean. He thought he had completely turned into a good person, so he resumed cleaning, diligently scrubbing every corner without overlooking a single detail. His clean body gradually became dirty, until he finally transformed completely into Dirty Bubble. His true nature immediately changed. Just as he was about to harm SpongeBob, SpongeBob suddenly turned around. Upon seeing Dirty Bubble, he was so frightened that he screamed loudly. He thought his new co-worker had been killed, so he searched everywhere. Finally, he was cornered. He grabbed a hose and hosed down Dirty Bubble. Unexpectedly, this successfully turned him back into Clean Bubble. Before they could even take a break, Mr. Krabs assigned them a new task. After assigning the task, Mr. Krabs left. Bubble seemed as if his soul had been snatched away, and he dove straight into the toilet. SpongeBob immediately rushed over to check and discovered that he had mutated Dirty Bubble made his return. Now he was extremely arrogant, but before he could even react, SpongeBob flushed him right back out. Bubble was scrubbed clean once again. From then on, the two became underwater cleaners. Bubble was in charge of removing grime, and SpongeBob was in charge of scrubbing. The two divided their tasks and worked together in perfect harmony, until one day they ran into Patrick, who flicked the gunk from his belly button right onto Bubble's face. He turned evil once again and started wreaking havoc at the Krusty Krab. Children were playing in the mud, but he mercilessly scrubbed them clean. The pirate chief was bragging when Dirty Bubble dropped from the sky, and he instantly turned into a well-behaved boy who helped clean the grime from houses. But before the homeowners could celebrate for long, he started wreaking havoc again. Seeing the elementary school teacher with a constant sour expression, he'd help clean that up too. Plain water was no longer enough to stop him. He followed the current all the way to SpongeBob's face, then shot out a few little bubbles to attack SpongeBob. SpongeBob swung his spatula and quickly took care of them. Seeing this, Dirty Bubble had no choice but to take matters into his own hands. He swallowed SpongeBob whole. SpongeBob knew he was about to meet his end, so he immediately began writing his will. But soon he was engulfed. His body kept swelling until he finally spat out a little bubble, and was eventually captured by the police.